DG's moving, turn collider's moving.
Compass is moving.
1,300 feet. We'll switch to the one terminal. Call with your Victor.
Get a bit of momentum to get up to this hill here. Hey, we'll check ammeter. You're good? That was slightly abrupt. I may have rushed that. That's okay though. Yeah, stabilizing at about 100, back to both. And we'll do an idle check here. That's good. We got an engine that idles, back to 1,000. Hazards to consider. There might be some fog developing north. The visibility looks fine, so it shouldn't be a factor, but we'll just keep an eye out for that. I can see a little bit still in the fields over there. I think that's just from the morning. Carb icing's in blue today, so be very careful. We're going to put that on holding short, and in the duration of the flight, we're going to use it at every checkpoint diligently. Don't want to mess around with that. Some light traffic in the circuit. We'll make sure to make all of our radio calls because there's no MF on right now. Not for another 18 minutes. Sorry, no FSS. That should be good. If there's any problem on the takeoff roll, we'll stop on the runway and call ATC. If the situation is critical, we'll just go brakes applied, flaps up, and stop on the runway and secure the engine if possible. So mixture off, mags off, fuel selector off, flaps up, and master off. Any problem below, after takeoff below 500 feet, glide speed's going to... Gatineau traffic, Golf November, Bravo, India is taxiing Alpha Charlie to hold Echo, runway 09. I'm doing a free trial of ForeFlight. You can believe that. That's going to be a heading of 261 to get to Constance Lake. The windshield defog only comes out of this one port here, so generally for the taxi you're not going to have full visibility, but once you get up
Gatineau traffic, Golf Foxtrot Victor India. I'm on the inactive side of runway 09, heading westbound at 2,000 feet, and I'll contact our terminal.
Sounds good. So, you won't get like full demist until you're in the higher end power settings. That's generally how it'd be. Gatineau traffic, Golf November, Bravo, India is lining up Echo 09 to depart. We're going to be departing on the inactive side, climbing through 2,000. Strobes on, clear on the left, clear on the right. Don't see anybody on final. I was trying to keep a good practice of the ailerons into the wind, even though it's not windy. It's just a good habit to be into because it's easy to forget that stuff. Okay. Power set. Airspeed alive. Positive rate, altimeter's confirmed, runway center line. Golf November, Bravo, India's initial climb, runway 0. Here through 500 AGL, flaps are up. Ottawa Terminal, good morning, Golf November, Bravo, India.
Golf November, Bravo, India, Ottawa Terminal, good morning, Squawk Cadet, and we're on 6.5.
Hey, firm November, Bravo, India. It hasn't cleared us yet, so we'll
November, Bravo, India, Squawk Cadet, please.
5 November Bravo India.
November Bravo India, thank you. Identified, then 6.5 is approved.
6005 approved, November Bravo India, good day. And right back to it. I see where that fog is. I was thinking that it was going to be like kind of cradled in the mountains and it wouldn't reach here, because generally that's how the weather, that sort of weather goes at this part of the city. And it seems to be doing that. You can't see it from here, but it's all kind of cradled in the mountains, capped off. 3,000 feet now. 5,200 there, getting there. Slowly but surely. So on this route of flight, we're going to be crossing through the Algonquin MOA. And we're not going to be crossing through it on the way there, but on the way back, we're going to be crossing through 500 feet below the ceiling. And I already double checked with them, and it's chill. So, I don't know. I don't know if we'll get to see any fighter jets or anything, but even still, you know, it's kind of cool. Yep. This is it. This is the last bit of civilization we'll probably see until we might see Trenton, but probably until Peterborough. It's taking us way out into the boonies, but we got some power lines we're going to follow all the way there. So that's kind of our life support, if you will. If I was doing this without a GPS, old school, which I would never advise anyone to do that, because it's a very saturated air mass this morning, and you don't want to mess around with that. These airplanes are quite prone to carb ice, and there's kind of a point of no return where your engine is so iced up that even if it sucked all of it in, it would just stop and it wouldn't be able to start again. All about taking preventative measures. My last flight I did to Kingston, it was pretty carb icy, and I guess it was just that plane in particular. It wasn't liking it, so I had to keep pulling it pretty often. That one was sketchy because it had this old Bendix unit, like a GPS NAVCOM, and it was getting really hot. I wasn't smoking or nothing, but it was a little disconcerting. Anyways, I got Constance Bay overhead here. We're gonna cross over in maybe 2 miles, a mile or so. And that is Carp Airport. That's a really cool little airport.
November Bravo India, anything out of Class C, weather center system and 8% frequency, good morning.
Frequency change approved, Golf November Bravo India, good day. I'm doing a ground speed of a whopping 72 knots. Oh man, that's gnarly. So it's giving us an estimated time on route of another hour and 35 minutes. Oh. The temperature gauge can be finicky because the range in which it actually shows a difference on the gauge can be underwhelming. In the winter, for example, it might literally never get up. And then in the summer, you'll see it like starts going to the red. I'm told that's normal. I don't know. I would definitely err on the side of caution. Something that I've been meaning to do a little bit more that I haven't been doing is constantly scanning for a field for a forced landing. It's definitely a very good rule or habit to get into. I've got fields off my 9 o'clock that are perfect, exactly within gliding distance. I could glide there and then judge it and dump flaps. I don't need to do a high key, low key. Generally, most actual forced landings just use the circuit method because, yeah, you know, There's a sense of urgency, and there's also a delay in your reaction to pulling car feet and pitching for best glide. That's what you're supposed to do right away, but if my engine actually failed right now, I would probably spend 5 or 10 seconds just processing the gravity of the situation before going through the memory items. And that's not to discredit anyone or myself as pilots, it's purely human nature. So, it's just, what we do as pilots is we factor that in. That's the key. So the farther we get away from civilization, the more sparse our options become for forced landings. This part of Ontario is not like other parts of Ontario where it's just farm fields forever, or other parts of Canada, mind you. Here it's mainly forest and stuff. I've got a spot there that's good. I've got those spots I probably wouldn't use. There's a lot of swampy land here, so you don't want to pick something that's got a little puddles of water around, because you can anticipate that your wheels would dig in when you touch down. But I've got a good field there.
Como siempre, sin la fuerza en su voz, intentando ver detrás del telón que no oculta nada más. Su interior solo fue una ilusión. Viaja el odio por su sangre y se vio frente a frente con su imagen y sin nadie alrededor.
I'm really glad I'm flying NBI. This has the best seats in any of our airplanes by far. The upholstery is amazing. It's this nice plush cloth, and there's actually some cushion to it. If I was doing this in like one of the planes that has our kind of more regular upholstery, which is kind of a vinyl material, and it's very, very flat in the bottom, I would be in so much pain maybe even by now. This is an older GNX here, so it doesn't have the monitor feature.
Peterborough, automated weather observation system. Observation taken at 1141 Zulu, wind calm, visibility greater than 9er, 14,000 scattered, temperature 14, dew point 13, altimeter 29er, 9er 5.
And traffic in the Springbok area, it's Gulf Oscar Alpha Yankee, approximately 1 mile to the southwest of Springbok, en route to Aurelia, 4,500. Any conflicting, it's Gulf Oscar Alpha Yankee.
Maybe after we pass, Sweetwater Farms, we'll start an en route descent. Maybe step down to 3,000, but it'll probably, I'm going to try and just make it continuous for planning purposes. And once we're past Sweetwater Farms, we'll call up the MF there. The winds are still calm, so hopefully I can just get a straight in on 2-7. And the FBO is cool, they're expecting me. I know where to park, and they're cool with me just doing the run-up on the apron. Apparently the apron's like that's where people do their run-up. It's a big apron, so makes sense. We'll probably just chalk the airplane there and get gas, pay for it, and then I might just go hang out in the terminal for like 10-15 minutes, relax for a second and just check the weather and stuff, and then make sure that I'm not flying into anything crazy in Gatineau. No. Cross countries are one of the more susceptible exercises for pilot errors. You know, you got to think about the get there-itis. And especially when you're close to an airport and there's weather closing in, you start to rationalize it.
Kingston area traffic, Diamond Eclipse, Golf Golf Kilo Delta.
Because you're close to the airport. So suddenly you can make more risky decisions. But it's not the case. You gotta just have a hard line all the time. Hard line.
Information traffic in the area of Valdorn on 0950 Boeing 737 at throughput level 260. This time we're showing 74 nautical miles. South of Valdor, we're planning on the RNAV runway 360 at MEC 1206, landing 1210. Then all 950 Valdor.
Nolan Horn, right on. Beat. Yeah, we'll pull it.
Another Golf Bravo Hotel Lima. Position 21 nautical miles north of Cornwall on a climb from 6,000 to 7,500 on direction to Bangor, Maine. Golf Bravo Hotel Lima.
Try and shoot for about 500 feet a minute here.
November Bravo India, we're using runway 27. The winds are light and variable, and there is locally reported traffic 27. Your discretion, Peterborough.
Roger, runway 27, Golf November Bravo, you will join that launch line.
Peterborough traffic, Golf Mike Hotel, rolling 27. It's going to be a left turn at eastbound 6,000.
We should be able to slip ourselves in. I think there's what? 2 airplanes in the circuit or 1 airplane? There's 2 airplanes. Not terrible. I would have expected it to be busier, but maybe by the time I depart, they'll be packing up the pattern. Alright, landing's coming on. Can't forget that. Everything else looks good. Oil temperature has dropped off a bit, but that's to be anticipated. We're keeping her in the green arc, so it shouldn't be a problem. These are like mainly 172s that Seneca uses, so I'm anticipating it to be a bit faster here. Keep her slow, doing about 70 knots, that's good.
Peterborough traffic, Golf Papa Whiskey Delta is extending final for traffic on final. Direction extending downwind for traffic on final for Golf Papa Whiskey Delta.
November Bravo, India traffic's in sight, thank you, and now climbing 27 plus 1. V-check, flap 20.
River traffic, Fox Director Sierra Charlie traffic on downwind. Can you extend so I can take off after the traffic on final?
Is that gonna have to extend again?
And traffic holding short this Papa Whiskey Delta. We've extended a bit, but there's nobody behind us. Peterborough traffic, Zulu Romeo Hotel, taxiing, apron 2, Alpha Bravo to hold short for 27.
Kilo traffic to Charlie, my left downwind, runway 27, stop go.
Peterborough traffic, Golf Papa Whiskey Delta is turning extended final for runway 27, stop and go.
Peterborough Unicom, Charlie Sierra Juliet requesting a radio check.
Charlie Sierra Juliet, live and clear.
Turbulence coming over.
Thank you.
200 feet, stable, continue.
Peterborough traffic, Charlie Sierra Juliet taxiing apron 1, apron 2.
Beautiful, she's beautiful. Right over the road. All these S's are like, what the heck is this 1970s abomination? Now we're getting into our round out there. Feel what the airplane's doing. Bit stiffer than I would have liked. And we'll get off right here.
Kilo traffic to Charlie, I'm extending downwind for traffic when it departs.
November Bravo, just clear 27 at Delta, going to apron 2.
Going on to 27 to take off and depart the circuit to the south, climbing 5,500.
Peterborough traffic, Zulu Romeo Hotel, holding short for 27.
Kilo traffic to Charlie, my final runway 27, stop go.
And there's Stewart over there. Looks like that's where they do their run-ups, I guess. That works for me. There's a Saab 900 over there. It's weird.
In case anybody was wondering, the return flight was just as chill as the outbound leg. The GoPro not have enough juice to make it all the way back. I've been hooking it up to a battery pack, and that gives it enough juice, but I forgot to charge the battery pack. So, nothing new there, but getting out of Peterborough, it was a lot more busy, and thank you very much to the gracious flight instructors of Seneca Polytechnic who offered to overshoot so that I could get a spot to take off. I wasn't on the runway, mind you, but they offered to do it. So that was very cool of them. Yeah.